Hello, welcome to my channel. I will be giving you a review of the movie Prey, which is part of the Predator Aliens series. So this is a sci-fi movie based with a kind of historical twist. You can find it on the movie on the channel Hulu if you want to check it out for yourself. When I went into this movie, I had heard some of the bad reviews that other people had put out there, and I decided to check it out for myself and try to give it a fair chance. I was surprised how good it was, despite, especially when I had time to think about the plot holes. The good news is, if you're watching this movie, you're gonna have great acting, great stunts. You're going to feel for the main characters and actually want to side with them. These are all great things if you're doing a movie or a book. What they get wrong is trying to attach modern day ideas to ancient peoples. And one of the first things they get wrong is one, trying to say that female warriors were very so unusual to the point where they were looked on as being bad. That's not the case. Female warriors were unusual, but especially in warrior societies where you had very few people, any warrior, male or female, were looked on as a plus. You can see this with Vikings, samurai, pretty much any other war culture out there. Even cultures in Africa. There were warrior queens in Africa. In fact, one of them ended up taking on the Roman Empire and actually defeating it in battle. To give you just a few examples. And if you did any research at all, you could find out that there were Comanche women who used to fire from the outskirts of the battle using bows and arrows. So Naru wouldn't have been as unusual as the movie tries to make it out. Now, focusing on Naru, there are things I like her as a character. She is actually one of the best heroine characters out there, and if they just treated her like a competent warrior from a competent people, I think this movie would have gotten great reviews. If anybody chose to give it a chance. Fortunately, there are far too many times where, and they kind of do it during this movie, where they try to make the male warriors look inferior in order to make her look better. You don't really have to do that. If you study history at all, or ever heard of the Comanche people, you would know they were excellent warriors. And even with that, it would still be possible for a predator to take them out because they're superhuman beings and they have like all this technology. Now, this movie tried to do a whole bunch of interesting things, and two of the things that they did ended up hurting them. One of them was the magic flower they had, where at one point they showed it a few times during the movie to try to feed it in there, where you have this magic flower that will change your body heat so the predator can't see you with their heat vision, but it also doesn't have any negative effects except putting you to sleep in some cases. But that didn't happen when Naru uses it. It makes absolutely no sense if you understand anything about medicine. Moving on from that, the ending is also horrible, especially if you see how, like, because of the way they wrote it, she gets pretty much everybody killed. Now, was she intending to do that? Absolutely not. She wanted to go out there and prove herself. But because of the bad writing they put in there, she essentially got, like, at least 5 Braves killed. Not to mention the trappers also get killed, but that's not really... They kind of brought that on themselves, so I don't really feel bad for them as a person watching the movie. But the essential thing is, they try to make her a war leader at the end of the thing, and, well, one, she's just got most of her warriors killed, so who is she really going to lead at that point? And two, nobody follows a war leader gets all their people killed. That just doesn't make sense at all. Now they could have gone a different route with it, and that would have made a lot more sense. Or they try to make her a competent warrior who just didn't believe in herself, and the other people did, and maybe they died that way. Or you could have gone another route altogether, where she was basically in a rivalry between one of the other Braves and her brother, all vying with her, all vying for the war chief position. That would have totally made sense to me. I would have totally bought it. And as a person who studied warrior cultures, that would merit is a big part of their cultural systems in most warrior societies, because these people are going to go into battle, and you want to know they have the stuff. So then, even the whole warrior / ritual hunting ritual thing, where they go up against something that can actually kill you, makes total sense when you put it in that way. Unfortunately, they didn't do that, and that cost them in this movie. Thank you for watching.